Welcome back to another episode of The Stark Effect, okay? I'm deciding to release just like multiple videos, you guys, because I feel like making these long videos, I just want to keep you engaged, and I'm still like, working on my formula as a creator. So I'm just gonna make these little takes here in this reporting slash commentary super fun and super digestible for you girls with short attention spans, especially after a 40-minute Nicki Minaj video of her shenanigans, because I love Queen Onika, right? But I can't believe that I talked about her for 40 minutes. Oh my goodness. Anyways, on to the next topic. If you are enjoying the Stark Effect, my podcast, please support me. Thank you for watching. Drop down, like, share, comment. Just let me know your thoughts, right? Your engagement makes this conversation work. It helps me become familiar with my subscribers and what y'all like and what y'all want to talk about. Also, if there are topics that you feel like I'm missing and you're like, oh, Khalif, I want to hear about this, talk about this, always let me know. Let KK know, okay? Please let me know. Let me know. Yeah, because I'm having fun tonight. Actually, it's Friday. It's been a very long week, a good week, a very, very good week for me. I'm not complaining, but a long week. I haven't gotten a lot of sleep, but I'm really, really happy. I got sleep last night, but this week in general, not a lot of sleep. But I'm really, really happy to be doing my podcast. I'm having fun, and I feel good, and I hope that that's translating. So drop down once again, comment, like, share. So we're gonna get into our next topic here. So there is a viral video going around right now of two Caucasian folks, okay? See, I love this because it's white people. A lot of you girls think that I only report on Black news. I'm joking. But no, this is some good old Caucasian drama. So there is a prominent astronomer CEO, or he's an astronomy CEO. His name is Andy Byron, right? It was him and a woman at a Coldplay concert. So you know how you're at a concert and they'll have the Jumbotron up, right? We're gonna play the video right now, actually. Here it goes.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. I'm not quite sure.
And when I say we, I mean me. I'm gonna play the video. Okay, y'all, look, I get ahead of myself. I'm so excited tonight. Okay, I feel good. All right, so according to this Newsweek article, Andy Byron, he was caught on a Jumbotron at a Coldplay concert, embracing his company's chief human resources officer, okay? And she changed her last name on Facebook before deactivating her account. Now, the video did go viral. You just saw the video there. Everyone's talking about it. It's a hot mess. And it brings us to the conversation of messing around with people in the workplace. But before we get there, let's get a little bit deeper into the context. So according to this Newsweek article, footage from the concert showed the astronomer once again hugging, he's an astronomer CEO, Andy Byron, hugging Kristen Cabot, his company's chief people officer, aka the human resources lady, child, the leader of them. From behind, he was hugging her from behind. We just saw the video on Wednesday at the Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. While the pair realized they were on camera, they quickly sprang apart and ducked out of the camera's view. Y'all just saw it, okay? We saw them duck, okay? Now, this has went viral all over TikTok. 45 million views. People are really talking about this. And following the video, and their responses to the camera, according to this article, Coldplay frontman Chris Martin can be heard saying either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. And we heard him say that on the video. I just played the video, okay? I'm just reading the article here, giving us more context. This is a mess. So Andy Byron's wife deleted her Facebook page after her account was inundated with comments from people about the alleged affair. Byron himself also appears to have deleted his LinkedIn profile, with the URL now leading to an error message. The CEO is still married, and the woman, last name is Cabot, C-A-B-O-T, child, Cabot, or I believe it's Cabot, was reportedly previously married to Kenneth Thornby, with their divorce being finalized in 2022. Byron, aka Andy Byron, has been at the tech company since July of 2023, while Cabot joined in November of 2024, according to LinkedIn. In a news release announcing her hiring, Byron praised Cabot for her exceptional leadership and deep expertise and her passion, quote unquote, for fostering diverse collaborative workplaces, end quote. And they over here smashing at the workplace, child. None of the people involved has made a public statement about the incident, while a statement of an apology attributed to Andy Byron, or Byron himself. I keep saying Andy because the wife's last name is Byron as well, and she's mentioned in the article. I'll go back to up to her in a second. But Andy Byron issued out an apology that is currently circulating all over social media. He issued out this long apology. Now, Astronomer confirmed that it's not real. Okay, let's backpedal a little bit. Astronomer is the name of the company that he works for. He's the CEO of Astronomer. I apologize for that. I thought that he was an astronomer, the way that they wrote that. They should have put the Astronomer company as something. Who wrote this? Okay, the way they wrote it confused me. But Astronomer is a private data infrastructure startup that achieved unicorn status in 2022 with a valuation exceeding. I don't like who wrote this. Who wrote? Oh, let me not come at people's writing, because, you know, I'm a journalist myself and I'm an editor. The way they wrote this, baby, it's not even me overthinking or being excited, girl. It's just the word choice. It's throwing me off. You gotta be more simple, guys. I'm not saying you're a bad writer. I'm not gonna say the person who wrote this. You're not a bad writer. It's just your words throw me off. Okay, let's try this one more time. The company's name is Astronomer. The sentence says, Astronomer is a private data infrastructure startup that achieved unicorn status in 2022 with a valuation exceeding $1 billion. They could use with a valuation. That's just say that their estimated value of the company's coins is like one, I don't know. Other people of that company have responded. Okay, so we're not gonna get any more into this article, but it brings us to the conversation of, fraternizing at the workplace with your coworkers. You cannot lay down with your coworkers. And I know that there are people who do that, right? There are people that do that. There are people that flirt. Men and women naturally flirt sometimes. Being a woman deal with sexual harassment in the workplace a lot. Men also deal with sexual harassment as well. They just don't talk about it, but men also deal with that too. So bottom line, do not sleep with your coworker, okay? Do not SHIT where you make your coins or where you sleep. Just don't do it. Don't do it. You need your money. And you see how they were at a concert having a full-blown affair. They were at a concert in the front row. Talk about karma. Talk about karma. Talk about karma. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. And both of them were married, allegedly. Both of them were married. See, that's what came out at first. But according to Newsweek, the woman, her divorce was already finalized in November 2022. But she was having an affair. This lady, Kristen Cabot, or Cabot, C-A-B-O-T. I wonder what the origin of that last name is. She probably German or something, child. Kristen Cabot, she ducked from that camera real fast. Don't sleep with your coworkers, you guys. And I know a lot of people do that. A lot of people do that. Now, mind you, both of them are higher-ups. He's a CEO, and he has the power to increase people's pay. He could do whatever he wants because he runs the company. If he wants to vouch for a person, he can get you instant promotion like that. Now, I don't know the history, but maybe she's one of those girls who did her thing to get to the top. You know what I mean? You just never know. They're having a full-blown affair, and she has a high role, so that probably should tell you something. I'm just so gagged. I'm just so gagged at that, you guys. I'm so gagged. Imagine imagine you are having an affair and you're at a concert thinking you being low key, y'all having a little date night, right? You're having a little date night, and then the camera just flashes on y'all, and then you duck, and then the singer says, okay, now either they're having an affair or they're just very shy people. The singer, the Coldplay artist, Chris, one of the lead singers or the lead singer of Coldplay, sorry about that. He literally said, now either they're cheating or they're shy. That is a gag. Talk about karma. Talk about cheating on your wife. They say what you do in the dark always comes to the light. Y'all men gotta be out here. Y'all gotta keep y'all ding ding in your pants, okay? And that's here at the Stark Effect. Keep it in your pants. Let's move on to the next video here. So before we get into this video, I'm going to just say that this video is real, or my thoughts about this video is like, let's get to the report. So in East Point, Detroit, there was a woman who, she is 26 years old. She stabbed her manager. She stabbed her about 6 times outside of the McDonald's, right? According to Fox 2 Detroit. So let's go ahead and get this going. Now this happened in Detroit. So
Day on our newscast, Fox 2 News at 5 o'clock. But first of all, let's break down what happened. And I think you've got some video that you can show. This was around 8 o'clock this morning here at the McDonald's in East Point on 9 Mile. There was some sort of verbal altercation between this manager and an employee who, incidentally, the daughter says they were friends, that they were friendly. The employee goes home, according to police, gets a knife, comes back, stabs the manager. We've learned her name is Jennifer Harris, 39 years old, 6 children, a single mom, working here for 15 years, stabs her to death. And then somebody in the drive-thru, this is happening in the area of where the employees are working in the drive-thru section of the fast food restaurant. Somebody going through the drive-thru, a CPL holder, sees everything happen. He shoots his gun in the air to try to stop everything. Unfortunately, he is not successful in doing so. But as the suspect is running out of the McDonald's, the police say that the man with the gun actually ran after her and held her at gunpoint until police arrived. She was arrested. Unfortunately, Jennifer Harris, 39 years old, died once she arrived at a hospital, multiple stab wounds.
According to investigators, 26-year-old Afeni Muhammad was sent home Thursday morning for not performing her work duties. A few minutes later, authorities said she came back with a knife and stabbed her boss to death. Her boss's name was Jennifer Harris. Jennifer Harris was 39 years old, right? She is a manager at McDonald's in East Point, Detroit. Now, when this all happened, right, she was sent home, right? Allegedly went home, came back a few minutes later, stabbed the woman. Afeni Muhammad was held at gunpoint by a customer who was in the drive-thru and intervened by firing a single shot in the air. She then tried to flee the scene, but the customer chased after her and held her at gunpoint before police arrived. Muhammad was arraigned last week and is currently being held on a $25 million bond. Jennifer Harris, once again, was 39 years old, and she also left behind 6 kids. Okay, she was 39 years old. So, the East Point mayor released a statement saying that our police department is doing everything we can and we are desperate for solutions. But the problem is they can only show up after something has happened. But I'm glad to see what I am seeing today because I want to take this back to our community, said Mayor Michael Kleinfeld of East Point, Detroit. This is really, really unfortunate. Now, what's crazy about this story is that Afeni, her TikTok is really, really crazy. Like, I actually watched a really thorough video about this, reported by Lovely Ty, who I love, or Lovely Ty, who I love, by the way. I believe it's Lovely T. Who I love. She did a really, really in-depth video tracking the woman's TikTok. But I'm gonna put in a few of her TikToks here because I thought, I went and looked at her TikTok and I thought it was really weird. Let's take a look right now.
I got sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This shit isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in this store you know, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect. And it isn't funny at all. Like, seriously, man, I got shit I gotta take care of. And she keeps sending me home early. It's not funny. She's playing games. And then all day, throughout the day, she keeps sending her little racial shit. And then throughout the day, she keeps on, like, putting negative energy in the air, talking about people, gossiping about people. It's not funny, man. That shit gonna have to stop. She's a bully. I'm telling you. She's a bully. She brings a lot of negative energy in there. She always panic when it's a lot going on, and then she try to manipulate that and make it seem like we ain't doing something right, but we are working really hard and doing great. It's just the fact that she panicked, and I caught her a few times making a mistake, and she tried to hurry up and play it off. You know, nobody's perfect. It's fucking McDonald's. It happens. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes, like, somebody might get confused. So fuck, it gets busy, yeah. But she needs to stop playing like she don't be making mistakes. I be catching her. So all that animosity and shit that she keep putting in the air and stuff, then trying to tell me I'm always snapping on people. No, that's false. No, I don't snap on people. I don't go in there doing that. I tell her, no, I make peace. That's what I'm doing. I've been creating peace. So all that negative energy that she's bringing in there and trying to manipulate it, no, that's going to stop. All that negative shit she's saying about, you know, her personal life, all of that. No, she's bringing all of that in there and then playing games saying she want to take her belt off and beat somebody. Y'all act like my kids in here. No, we ain't your kids. Respect us. Stop talking to us like that. That shit is crazy. I'm telling you. But to get sent home 2 days in a row, man, and I came in on my off day to make up my time, and she still sends me home early, it's not funny. Somebody gonna have to do something about that. It's not funny. It's not fair. It isn't funny at all. So, you know, she could keep being a bully if she wants to, but that shit is going to catch up to her. Because it ain't funny at all. It ain't.
So I found some more videos of Athene, and it further proves that this was just bound to happen. This girl was losing it and posting it online. Look at this. Yeah, she was gonna do this sooner or later. And y'all, this is allegedly how she walked in when she went to stab her manager. Her coworker said that they only knew it was her because they could still see her hands. And then here she is again. Seems like she's in the ER talking about stabbing somebody again.
Just kind of like went over the line at this point. Like he handed me the knife and told me he told me to kill him. And then I said, you can kill yourself. Like you're crazy. Like I don't know if I should have said it like that, but that's just like what I said at the moment, because it's like, I'm like, you know, I was like, you're crazy, you need help, fuck you. That's what I told him. And then I had walked away. But it's like, everything is fine now and stuff, but I think that kind of triggered my anxiety attack. Because when I woke up this morning, I started having anxiety.
Just looking at her videos alone, you can kind of tell that allegedly she had something going on mentally, and Jennifer was just her last straw, and she snapped.
So as you can see there, this lady got some issues, all right? Here's my thing. On TikTok, there are a lot of people going back and forth saying stuff, basically justifying her killing her manager, saying, hey, you know, y'all managers, y'all gotta do better. You be talking to people any kind of way, y'all are crazy. But basically, there were a lot of people on TikTok saying how, I don't like this light. Can we get better lighting? Hold on. Look, we don't have a budget yet. You guys, you gotta bear with me. You know, when I had the bells and whistles, you know, let me know. I love being a little shady. I was like, when I had the bells and whistles, y'all wasn't really liking and sharing the video, honey. Let's find, I'm trying to find them. I'm trying to be in my Mariah Carey. You know how Mariah is all about lighting? I think this is about the best lighting. I think. You know, lighting is everything, you guys. And as a chocolate girl, I have to have good lighting. Okay, I think this, I don't like this. It's too warm. I think this is the best. Okay, let's just do that. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I'm looking at the lighting, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna keep it right here. It's bright, but we'll keep it right here. So, not only, you saw the videos of her You can see that social media. You can see she's weird. She has these weird songs that she's singing on her social media. She's posting videos of her brandishing a knife on her social media. If you look at this girl's social media, you can clearly see that something is off, right? Now, there are a lot of people on TikTok who are saying, you know, you managers got to be careful how y'all treat y'all employees. You never know how a person is going to react. Now, personally, I don't condone that. Even if the manager was rude to her. If you do not have the ability to self-regulate yourself, you need to quit that job. Now, an interesting fact about this story is that Afeni Muhammad, this 26-year-old lady, she also was let go from a previous fast food job for stabbing a previous manager there. So this has happened before. It was either a manager or an employee, but go look it up. She did do it. So she had a history of stabbing another employee in the workspace, and I believe when I watched the Lovely Tie video, it was a manager. She stabbed another manager before. So she already has a history of this, right? Apparently, this manager was already having issues with her. She would be, you know, recording TikTok videos all the time, posting TikTok. Even if you go on her TikTok, she's at work posting TikToks. You're not supposed to be at work posting a TikTok. And if your manager says something to you about it, you're supposed to deal with it. We all have managers who, everyone, if you're a person walking on this earth, you have had a job where, unless you're just a rich billionaire, you never had to work a day in your life, right? Everyone has worked at a job where a manager has had to say something to you that you did not like. And a manager has reprimanded you, even if you were right. The manager felt like you were wrong. So it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, your manager is a part of you being hired. Your manager helps run this particular business. It doesn't matter. You are expected to follow a certain set of duties, and if you're not following it, you know, you have the choice to quit or file a grievance. Now, I don't support a manager bullying, because according to the 26-year-old girl's TikTok, she was posting all these weird videos saying how she was being bullied. In this video, she was kind of lightly threatening the lady, saying stuff like, you know, buzzwords like, yo, she gotta stop. I'm telling her she gotta stop. She doing too much. She thinks she all that because she got kids. And it's like, she's just on social media, so you can see that the girl clearly don't care about her job. Now, some people are saying that she's right for doing this. Some people are saying that she's wrong. I think that she's wrong. This is my journalist hat off. This is opinion, Khalif. I think she's wrong for that. And at the end of the day, you have to learn how to control yourself. One thing that you have to learn as an adult, I don't care how old you are, even as a teenager, you need to learn how to self-regulate your emotions, right? You could be a teenager who's upset at a teacher or something like that. You harm that teacher, you're gonna go to juvie for that. Like, we don't live in a world where people get... One thing about this country, and honestly any country, if you do the crime, you do the time. Okay? That's just what it is. All right? She should have quit the job. If the lady was bullying you that much, girl, you should have quit. Why would you come and say, no job is worth that? If your boss is demeaning you and disrespecting you that much to where you feel like you got to go to your car and get a weapon and harm them, you need to be, like, come on. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. There's no justification of that. So all the TikTokers, there are some TikTokers who were like, oh, you know, I don't like my boss and y'all bosses need to learn. Take this as a lesson. No, you cannot justify killing anybody. And it's crazy. And I just, you know, I don't get how people have this perspective and are really going hard for this, trying to act like it's okay to do that to someone. If you don't like your job, quit. Yes, it's hard to get a job. You know, there were people on TikTok and on social media saying, oh, it's so hard to get a job, you can't just quit a job. Yes, you can. There are plenty of people who quit jobs and they figure it out. Quit the job and figure it out. Yes, it's hard, you have bills to pay. You need to do your job. Figure out a way to deal with your manager, and if you can't quit, file a grievance and deal with it so you find a new job. That's what any logical person would do. So anyways, that story was crazy. I just wanted to give my take on that. And I am done with this episode. I'm wrapping it up here because you guys know I talk too much. I done gave y'all like 3 episodes. This was super, super fun doing this. Thank you for watching The Stark Effect. I'm going to pump out more videos and record more content for you all. But this was really, really fun. And I hope you enjoyed this. Drop down below. Let me know what you think about any of the topics that I talked about tonight. Just let me know your thoughts, okay? I really want y'all to interact. Sorry for the light here. I have glasses that are not shine or light proof. This was so fun. And yeah, thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. You can find me on Instagram at Kaleef Now. That's KaleefNow. You can also find me on Blue Sky. I don't really use Blue Sky. I don't think a lot of people use Blue Sky. No shade. I don't have a Twitter. But please, like this channel. Connect with me on IG. If there are any topics you want me to talk about, let's do it. This was so fun. All right.